Feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hello and welcome to the video wrap-up show for the Shrimp Tank podcast here in Seattle. I'm Dan Whedon, and I'm joined by my co-host, Michelle Bomberger. Michelle and I had a fascinating and fun conversation today with our guest, Rodrigo Frias. To catch the entire episode, and believe me, you should, it's great, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find all our episodes on our newly designed website, shrimptankpodcast.com/Seattle.
Rodrigo, thanks again for being a guest today. I so enjoyed our conversation and learned so much about you and your business. Something that really struck me was a piece of our conversation around the importance of culture. And we kind of know this and we think about it, but we necessarily think about it in a landscape business. Can you talk about how that fits into, what you found and where you're going with your company and how you're maybe doing it better?
Yeah, so from the very beginning, I knew that we, especially going into this business in the middle of the pandemic and all this craziness about labor shortages, I really did a deep dive into culture and how that's going to help us propel into the future. For us, culture it's not only about happy hours and being happy with each other, right? Culture needs to include inclusiveness. It needs to include performance. It needs to include respect for our environment, our peers. It just means so many things that. But one of the most important things that are challenges that we have in the landscape business is that the office staff and the field staff, they tend to be siloed, and that's really hard to integrate. Just for the nature of physical location, right? So we have invested a lot of time and resources into figuring that out, and especially in a multilingual and multicultural business, that does become a challenge if it's not addressed at the early stages of a company. We have events every quarter, and we also do have a employee kind of service line, one in English, one in Spanish, for a lot of our Hispanic employees that they just need to feel integrated into our processes and systems. They can always call Laura, who is the person picking up the phone, and she'll figure it out for them and give them the feedback that they need to feel integrated into your company.
Well, speaking of your business, let's jump into that. Everybody can see the beautiful home and landscaped yard behind. Your business is really about design build. While you do a little bit of maintenance work, you're about the design build part of landscaping. Everybody should listen to the whole show because Rodrigo talks a lot about that. But could you share now a little bit about how your process and projects work?
Yeah, so we meet with our customers on their job site with a free consultation to really understand their goals of what they're trying to achieve. Our projects go from a simple cleanup or maybe just spruce up a few areas to a full reimagining of their landscape, front yard, backyard, access to everything. We do a lot of hardscape, a lot of water features, or what we call accents, water features, fire pits. And we are unique that we also own and run our retail nursery, where we draw a lot of expertise about plants to actually make the most out of the customer's landscape in terms of function and aesthetics at the same time. So we try to, our designers, they're a very creative bunch, and they always trying to find a good solution to what the customer is trying to accomplish at a reasonable price and budget for them. Our area of service, mostly we serve customers within north of I-90, all the way to Marysville, Everett, and then obviously Seattle and all of the east side, Bellevue, Woodinville, Linwood, Redmond, Kirkland. That's kind of our area of service. So yeah.
Well, fantastic. I have actually had the opportunity to work with Rodrigo's team on a project, and they went definitely above and beyond. And we could tell that story a different day. I was glad it wasn't the one you mentioned that was the most difficult or challenging one that you've come across. But Rodrigo, thank you so much for being a guest here on the Shrimp Tank. For our listeners that want to get in touch with you or learn more about your company, how can they get more information?
Yeah, if they want to hire our company to their backyard or reimagine what they want to do with their outdoor space, they can go to our website, classicnursery.com, or send us an email at info@classicnursery.com. If they want to reach out to me to learn more about my journey or some mentorship or entrepreneurship, they can reach out to me through LinkedIn.
Thanks again. For all of our listeners, make sure you check out the entire show and the replays at shrimptankpodcast.com/Seattle and wherever you get your podcasts, iHeart, Spotify, SoundCloud. And be sure to follow our show's social media pages on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Well, Rodrigo, thank you very much. And listen, everybody, if you want to hear about Rodrigo's craziest and wild, that story that Michelle's talking about, you got to listen to the whole show. So go catch that on your favorite podcast or here on YouTube. Rodrigo, thank you very much for being a guest. Michelle, as always, thank you. If you liked this today, if you liked it, please go ahead and click like, leave a comment, rate and review. We love all of that. And do what Michelle says, like us on Facebook so you can join us every week, every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific for our live stream broadcast on our Facebook show. Our next show will be on Wednesday, April 5th. Please join us. Until we see you again, be healthy, be prosperous, and have fun. Because for right now, the shrimp is back in the tank. So long.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.